These will be closed in preparation for the drill and will not reopen until the captain has dismissed you from your stations. And a message to all crew involved in today's guest muster drill: please be at your stations by 3:30. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your attention. Back to the party. Yeah, so Royal Caribbean, man, this is a beautiful thing. We going to the Bahamas, huh? That's where we going. We're going to the Bahamas. We set the cruise to the Bahamas. Starts within. I take starts within wherever I go. Wherever I go, starts within is there, right along with me. You know, that's what I do. Starts within everywhere I go. No matter what. So this is what we doing. We letting our head on. We letting our head on. We enjoying ourselves right now. It's been a hard work, but it's been good. It's been good. It's been good, most definitely. You know, so letting our hair on, enjoying ourselves. This is my 1 year anniversary. 1 year anniversary. Been married for a year, so this is my 1 year anniversary. We going to the Bahamas, kicking it, you know, enjoying ourselves on a cruise, Royal Caribbean.
You got all that, right?
You know, the monarch of the seas. Boom, boom. Beautiful thing. Yeah, it's just, you know what, I just sit back and I just be thinking about, you know, where I done came from and where I'm at right now. And when I think about it, it's just like, man, just the transformation that I done made and what I'm reaping from that transformation that I done made. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, I'm reaping good fruits, and I'm not even playing. When I was in the other life, it wasn't none of this. It wasn't none of this. You know, it wasn't a relaxation that I get now. I get a certain type of relaxation that is priceless. No worries. You know, like the Jamaicans said, or like the Jamaicans say, no worries, man. That's how it is. That's how my life is right now. There's no worries. Even when something seems to be, you know, should worry some people, it don't worry me because of where I done came from. Like I can recall and I often look back about, you know, how my life was and how I was. I was in the streets 10 toes down. I was 10 toes down. I was all the way in. The people who know me know that this is the case. This is the truth. I spent 10 years for that. I spent 10 years for that. I see some of the kids that's grown now, that I had influence on, and they still stuck in the streets, and I just be thinking like, man, you know, I just got to continue to do starts within and be an influence on guys out there, and that's what I want to keep on showing them. I want to keep on putting this in their face, like, look, when you do what you do like this, as far as handling your business, taking care of your family, raising your children, going to work, building up your credit, this is living. This is living. So this is what I want to keep on putting in their face. I want to keep on putting in their face the fruits that you can gain from this type of life. You know? Because that's what attracted me to that other life. That's what attracted me to that other life was the fruits that I seen other people gaining. But it was an illusion. You know, I seen the boys with the cars and stuff in the rims, and I was intrigued. It enticed me to the point where I said, man, let me go ahead and pick up a pack. Let me get out there on the streets and let me hustle. And I did that. You know, I did that. 10 toes down, I did that. Below zero weather. I did that. I got through that. I spent 10 years and I got through that. You know? So, I mean, but I was chasing what I seen people was influential over me. I seen that, I said, man, you know what, I want to get that too. I seen old boy, man, he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. And I said, man, you know what, I'm going to do the same thing. And it don't look like he got caught no time soon, so hey, I won't get caught. But you know one thing that I've come to understand is that change is going to happen. Either you embrace it or you fight it. If you fight it, that's foolish because change is going to happen. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. And there's two reasons to change. One reason, it is inevitable. It's going to happen. Nothing stays stays the same. You can put a park bench out there in the free world. Don't let nobody sit on it, and it's going to change. Something is going to happen to it. It's going to wear down from the weather. Nothing stays the same. The wood will start to wear and tear. You cannot touch it. Nothing put on this earth stays the same. You know, Muhammad Ali, he said, a man who thinks the same way as he was when he's 50, as he was when he was 20, wasted 30 years of his life. That's some real stuff, you know, that's real talk. That's real talk. So that's what I did. I embraced my change. I embraced my change. You know, and the reason I did change was because I changed the information, new information. I got new information. You know, I got the information that said, you know what, hey, living this type of life, this is what it's going to get you. It's going to get you dead or it's going to get you in jail, but it's not going to get you that big business that you want. It's not about to get you your family stability. It's not going to get you that, you know. So that's the new information that I got. So once I got that new information, you know what I had to do? I had to change accordingly. So that's what I did, and I started getting my information from a different source. I got into the scriptures. I buried my head into the scriptures, and I started implementing that into my life. I started implementing that into my life, and that's what started to lead me into a different direction. I started to really live that. You know, I wasn't one of those guys that was in a joint that said, you know what, hey, I know what Matthew 17:20 says. It says, reveal such faith as great as mustard seed. Ye should say to this mountain, move this to yonder place. I didn't even focus on remembering, as far as that is concerned, where the scripture was. I just focused on knowing the scripture, knowing it for myself, and implementing it into my life and walking it. I didn't want to be one of those guys that was able to quote scripture like that. You know, so I intentionally avoided trying to remember where that stuff was at. I just wanted to get it inside of my spirit, inside of my soul, and live it. So that's the new information. I mean, that was new information. Wisdom. That's where I got it from. I got it from the book. So I started making different decisions. Now I love life. I love the way that life is going. I love how things is shaping up for me. You know what I'm saying? And when things shape up for me, guess who else it shapes up for? It shapes up for everybody that's around. It shapes up for the society as a whole. The society is around. It starts within. It's impactful on the entire community. It's not just impactful on a certain group of people. It's impactful on the whole entire community, on the whole entire society. It's big. You know, but yeah, we ain't just all about just, you know, stiff, hey, brother, you know, hey, we ain't doing nothing, it's all about this, you know, we have fun, you know, we have fun, that's what we do, we have fun, we laugh, we joke, we kick it, you know, it ain't always kicking knowledge, because even when we kicking it, we kicking knowledge, right, you know, so, yeah, I mean, sometimes I just sit back and I just think about, you know, where I've been at and where I'm at right now, and I just appreciate it. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. And that's what makes me go back inside of the institution, and that's what makes me go ahead and say, look, I found out a way to break the chains. Now listen, here is the way. This is the way. Like, when you find out a way, you got to go ahead and spill it out to the people. If you don't spill it out to the people, then that is ridiculous. I bring that stuff to the people. I found out a way. Look, get yourself together while you're inside of the joint. Get your mind sharp so when you come home, you'll be tight. Focus on your family. Focus on your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Make effective decisions while you're in there before you come home. That's the way to break the chains. That's the way to break the chains. You break the chains while you're in there. You don't break the chains when you come home. You know, and can't nobody else break the chains for you but you. I can give you the information, but it's on you to implement that information into your life. You got to do that. Period. So, you know, hey, incarceration is all around us, though. You know, incarceration just ain't in a correctional facility. Incarceration is in our communities, and I see it every day. People are trapped. People are trapped. And this is what we breaking. We breaking that because we bringing that to the community with the Gazelle Project. We going to the women. My wife, she going to the women and she's giving them the same type of curriculum that the men are getting. Same professionals are going to the women and saying, look, this is what credit is about. This is how you buy a house. Because you know what? It's generations on top of generations that are still in metropolitan housing that don't even think to buy a house. They continue to say, hey, I'm a rent. I'm a rent. And you know when you rent, you know what you're doing? You're just throwing your money in the air and saying, it's gone. Come on. You'll never gain if you just wasteful and you just throwing the money in the air like that and you just throwing your resources in the air like that. Money is a tool and you got to treat it as such. What you do with your tools? You put oil on them, you make sure that they continue to work. Clean them up after you use them. You preserve them. Money is another tool. It's just another tool. So you do the same exact thing with the money that you would do with any other tool in life, you know. So I mean, yeah, that's something that's big. That's why we're gonna change the way that things are because we affected everybody. Everybody that has chains on their brains, we added. We pumping information from a male's point of view and from a woman's point of view. Because the women, they got to understand too. They critical. The women is so critical in this movement that it's ridiculous. You know, back in slavery, you know what they said? They said that they got to the women so then the woman can influence the man to be scared. That's who they went after. They didn't go after the man. They went after the woman. So the woman is definitely critical in this movement, by all means. You know, so I mean, this is something that I think about. You know, if the woman get to saying, man, you know what, hey, I don't want no dope boy. I need to have somebody that's working a job that's solidifying their future, that's solidifying their position in society. I need somebody that's building their credit up. I need somebody that's going somewhere. I don't want somebody that's going to the penitentiary. I don't want that. If the woman started saying that, guess what? The men is going to follow. The men is going to follow. Because the man is always trying to impress the woman. That's the way that life is. That's the way that it's set up. Been trying to impress women way back in the day since Adam and Eve. Say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and eat that apple. Since Eve say, hey, eat the apple. I'm going to impress the woman. So, yeah, the woman is definitely critical in this movement. So that's why the woman is never overlooked. Never overlooked. You get the woman to say, man, you know what, hey, don't go back out there. We gonna go ahead and stick it out. Let's stick it out because I understand and I'm gonna go ahead and support you and I'm gonna go ahead and say, man, you know what, hey, go ahead and continue to work that little minimum wage job right now. We gonna get better and promote that. Promote that. But don't press it. Don't be like, man, you know what, hey, you ain't making this, you ain't making that, you know. You get to saying that, the men gonna say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get out there on the streets on the corner and I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice my life to, you know, impress the woman.